Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome back to another 2K22 Royal Rumble, this time with 30 of the best women's world champions to ever grace WWE in one ring, and we're going to find out who the best women's champion in the history of WWE is. From Raw, Smackdown, NXT, NXT UK, from the Divas Championship to the Women's Champion. We've got the Championship, we've got them all. We've got them all, people. So let's get right into it and find out who the best Women's Champion is in history. Is it Kaylee Ray? It's Kaylee Ray kicking us off. The NXT UK Women's Champion, or the previous one, should I say. Kaylee Ray. What a way to start this Rumble this is. Unbelievable. Let's find out who's going to be fighting her at the very beginning. Oh, I recognise the theme. Why do I recognise the theme? It's because it's Raquel Gonzalez. NXT is taking over the start of this Royal Rumble with Raquel Gonzalez, the former NXT Women's Champion. What a way to start this Rumble this is. Let's kick it off. As I said, this is going to be full of some of the best women's wrestlers to ever grace WWE. Raquel already up to the top rope. She nearly got caught on the outside there, and that would have been very unhelpful for Raquel Gonzalez. But it's literally full of the best, right? And it was quite hard, actually, to get 30 because there's so many, like, tosses and turns, and we've had so many women dominate the divisions that it's you haven't had like the odd champion like a Jinder Mahal just turn around, like, if you get what I mean. China has joined the fray. Wow, we've had the two up and coming stars and then the one legend coming in now. Unbelievable stuff here, and China's going to go immediately for Kaylee Ray, maybe immediately try and get an elimination off of the bout. Another person is about to enter the ring now. China was going at it with Raquel Gonzalez. We need this ring to fill up. We need more champions in here. Who is it? Nia Jax. That's right. Remember when Nia Jax won the title? Remember that? Like, that was a weird time. I mean, she was loved at that time as well. Obviously, before obviously her release, etc, and like all the injuries that had happened to people, she was absolutely loved at this time, was Nia Jax. So I mean, could this be the best version of Nia Jax we've got? Oh, Kaylee Ray's in trouble. China eliminates Kaylee Ray. It's a short-lived time for Kaylee Ray. Raquel Gonzalez is gone. Number 1 and number 2 have gone instantly. Nikki ASH is in now. The one who cashed in after winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. But we didn't even have time to take in the fact that we had just lost number 1 and number 2 immediately. We've immediately lost the first two that were in the ring because of the two powerhouses that came afterwards. I don't think we've ever seen in any of our Royal Rumbles the first two go that quickly. Nia Jax is absolutely taking it to Nikki ASH here, as who's going to be joining the fray? Ember Moon. She didn't have the best of time on the main roster, but when it came to NXT, she was a dominant champion with an unbelievable finisher. I'm pretty sure that Ember Moon and Nia Jax actually faced off a few times themselves, and that might be why Ember Moon's got a little bit of a grudge going on. China's got Nikki ASH in trouble, and Nikki ASH is gone from this Royal Rumble. That is China with 2 eliminations. She's dominating the beginning of this Royal Rumble. I'm not really seeing anyone in any of our Rumbles dominate early on and just get elimination after elimination. Maybe China's that woman, as Paige enters the Royal Rumble, the best version of Paige we could get. Obviously, she's not in the game, but that's a very good call, I'm not going to lie, for Paige, and she hopefully might be able to feature in more Royal Rumbles, obviously, when it comes to calls, unless I specifically get them for one of the Rumbles. They're not going to appear in the earlier versions, so this is a great opportunity for Paige to put a stamp on the Royal Rumble and really put ourselves forward to being more of these Royal Rumbles, and she's taken it to China, who has been dominating so far, but Paige might be able to eliminate China, or Ember Moon saves it as Shayna Baszler, probably in my opinion, the greatest NXT Women's Champion, enters the Royal Rumble. I absolutely adore Shayna Baszler. As Chyna's in trouble, Nia Jax has Chyna in trouble. I think Chyna's going to survive. She just about manages to survive as Shayna takes it to Ember Moon. What a great rivalry them two had at one point. The Eclipse into the submission hold, like the sleeper hold, was unreal when I watched that. When they first did it for the very first time. That was the peak NXT for me. As Becky Lynch, the man, enters the Royal Rumble now. Probably one of the best women's champions in WWE history. As Paige is over the top. Shayna Baszler's trying to eliminate Paige, but Paige manages to survive. As I was saying, Becky Lynch... Oh, Paige isn't safe. Shayna Baszler eliminates Paige. What a short-lived time for Paige in this Royal Rumble. And Shayna Baszler proving why she is so dominant by eliminating an amazing women's champion in Paige so quickly. As Beth Phoenix enters the Royal Rumble. Beth Phoenix, she dominated for years, didn't she? She absolutely dominated for years, did Beth Phoenix, and she can still go now. She's still brilliant in the ring. Io Shirai has now entered the Royal Rumble. Io Shirai has been probably one of the best modern women's champions. Obviously, she had that great triple threat with Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair at NXT. Was it NXT TakeOver they had that? I'm pretty sure it was NXT TakeOver in your house. Unbelievable triple threat. Although Io Shirai's in early trouble here, and she's eliminated. That's one of the shortest times anyone has ever spent in any of our Royal Rumbles, as Ember Moon eliminates Io Shirai with absolute ease. And Shayna Baszler gets knocked on her head by Nia Jax. Of all people, Nia Jax nearly caused injury to Shayna Baszler. Not going to say that's poetic, but it might just be. As Alexa Bliss has entered the Royal Rumble, and Chyna's been eliminated now by Beth Phoenix. Weirdly, they're two very similar women's wrestlers there. As Becky Lynch is in trouble, Ember Moon eliminates Becky Lynch. Two huge eliminations for Ember Moon. One against Io Shirai and one against Becky Lynch. That's incredible by Ember Moon there. As I was saying, Beth Phoenix and Chyna, very similar, like just big, dominating, muscular women that just came into the divisions and just shone immediately. As Sasha Banks now enters the Royal Rumble at number 13. I told you that we were going to have some of the best women's wrestlers in this Rumble, and I think it's proven to be the case, as Ember Moon might be eliminating Shayna Baszler here, but Ember doesn't manage to do it. She was so close. As Stephanie McMahon enters the Royal Rumble. I couldn't resist. Who's going to be joining as another competitor? Bianca Belair, the current Raw Women's Champion. I was about to say SmackDown, that was last year. Raw Women's Champion, the current one. Bianca Belair, who is absolutely shone in a very short time on the main roster. She's done incredible things already, and she's going to be doing so much more as time goes on, as she is one of my favourite women's wrestlers at the moment. Everything she does is absolutely flawless. Speaking of her flawlessness, Bianca Belair has Beth Phoenix in trouble, and she's going to eliminate Beth Phoenix. She presses her up and eliminates Beth Phoenix. That is one way of making a very early statement in the Royal Rumble, is by eliminating someone of the caliber of Beth Phoenix. Ember Moon has Alexa Bliss in trouble now. Alexa's in trouble. Ember Moon has run up, but Ember Moon has been eliminated. She was on a run of so many eliminations, but Alexa Bliss was one too many for Ember Moon, and Alexa manages to survive and eliminate one of her competitors in Ember Moon. We are absolutely flying through this Royal Rumble. Eliminations left, right and centre. You're not really having it linger for too long, as Nia Jax seems in trouble. But who's going to enter? Trish Stratus, arguably the greatest women's champion in history, you could argue, or even is still the greatest women's wrestler to ever grace a ring, you could argue, in Trish Stratus. This is a wonderful time. She's gone immediately for Stephanie McMahon, maybe sensing a weakness in Stephanie McMahon, but Stephanie's absolutely taking it to Trish Stratus. She's taking no prisoners right now. As another person is about to enter the ring. Oh, Nia Jax is in trouble. Shayna Baszler, Sasha Banks. I'm getting them all confused now. As Carmella enters the ring now. Another person who won via a cash-in Carmella. For whatever reason, no one's paid attention to the fact... Oh, Carmella did! That was amazing! That was absolutely amazing. I was going to say that no one has paid attention to the fact that Nia Jax was on the ropes. Carmella came in and did exactly that as Trish eliminates Stephanie McMahon from the Royal Rumble now. And Shayna Baszler is in trouble again, but she's managing to hang on every single time. That was unbelievable, by the way, by Carmella. Like... people don't praise the AI often, but that was awesome. As Shayna Baszler's in trouble again, but it was one too many times. As Alexa Bliss is actually in trouble, Sasha Banks eliminates Alexa Bliss immediately after eliminating Shayna Baszler and focusing so hard on Shayna Baszler, she forgot to watch her back and got eliminated by Sasha Banks. We're getting a WrestleMania rematch over there with Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks as Naomi enters the fray, and it looks like Naomi's going to help Bianca Belair to eliminate Sasha Banks. We didn't really see many double eliminations, but over the past couple of weeks we've seen a couple people eliminate someone together, which is nice to see. Nice to see a bit of teamwork in the Royal Rumbles recently. Maurice now enters the fray. Now, I don't really remember. I know Maurice won the Divas title, but I don't really remember it. I'm not going to lie. I think it was just before my time watching wrestling. But I know she used to be a great women's wrestler back in the day before, obviously, the whole Miz and Maurice thing where you kind of forget that Maurice was actually a good wrestler. Bayley! No Bayley buddies today with Bayley, but Bayley enters the Royal Rumble. She had such a great heel run during the pandemic era of WWE. She just absolutely carried the women's division across NXT, Raw and Smackdown. She was unbelievable. She gets a lot of credit online for how well she did. Can't wait for Bayley to return to wrestling. As we return from injury. Obviously, she's going to return to wrestling. As Natalya enters. I was a bit concerned that Natalya wouldn't be in this Rumble because I completely forgot that she won the SmackDown Women's Championship, but she did win it, thank God, because she is the sort of person, she's such a veteran, she deserved that main title run, and I'm so glad that she got it and that she could be in this Royal Rumble full of the greatest women's wrestlers in history. Who's going to be entering the fray? It is Rhea Ripley. This is her brutality as she enters the Royal Rumble at number 22. We're getting to the crunch time now. She goes immediately for a long-standing rival in Bianca Belair. Them two have a lot of chemistry in the ring and a lot of chemistry outside the ring. They are great friends. You see it on social media all the time. But in the ring, it's every woman for herself as Rhea Ripley is absolutely taking it to Bianca Belair. Oh, Natalya's in trouble. Carmella eliminates Natalya. Natalya, unfortunately, had a short little run in this Royal Rumble, unfortunately. And Carmella getting a big elimination there. Maybe proving people wrong as Rhea Ripley's about to be eliminated here. Bianca Belair is lifted her up and throws her out almost on top of Natalya there. But she throws out Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley, disappointingly, has a very short-lived time in the Rumble as Maurice has been eliminated now by Naomi. Those 3 very quick eliminations there. And yeah, I thought for a moment we might get the Bianca Belair Rhea Ripley part, as Bianca Belair has been eliminated by Bayley now. I thought we were going to get the final 2, possibly a Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, but no, they're eliminated. They're gone from this Rumble, I think, before number 23 even enters the ring. Charlotte Flair enters the Royal Rumble, the woman who has a habit of entering when a lot of her biggest competitors are already eliminated from the Rumble. Charlotte Flair enters. And Charlotte is taking it immediately to Trish Stratus there. Maybe trying to prove that she should be considered the greatest women's wrestler of all time and not Trish Stratus. But Trish Stratus has proven why she is arguably the best one by battering Charlotte Flair here as Asuka enters the fray and Naomi eliminates Bayley with absolute ease there. Could this be a shining moment for Naomi as Asuka enters the ring? Probably one of, if not my favourite women's wrestler, easily has one of the best themes in wrestling. This is, you could tell how star-studded this Royal Rumble is, and believe me when I say there are plenty more to come. Nikki Bella is the next entrant into this Royal Rumble. I told you there were some big names to come, and Nikki Bella is definitely one of those big names. She is very, 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 very pale on this cord. Jeez Louise. Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, followed by Brie Bella in this Royal Rumble. That is poetic if I've ever seen it. And maybe they might be able to help each other. But Nikki's in trouble now. As Brie Bella is trying to eliminate Carmella, Nikki Bella is trying to survive from... and Brie manages to get the elimination of Carmella, who had a wonderful showing in this Rumble. I thought Charlotte was going to eliminate Trish there, but she manages to survive just about against Charlotte. That's a rivalry that just keeps going back and forth as Asuka is eliminated. Nikki Bella with a veteran mentality. Nikki Bella with a veteran mentality eliminating Asuka there as Lita enters the Royal Rumble. But as Lita enters, Trish Stratus might be leaving, but she doesn't. And the Bellas are going at it in the corner now. They're trying to prove who's the better Bella out the two of them. AJ Lee enters the Royal Rumble. Brie's in trouble, and Nikki Bella eliminates Brie Bella from this Royal Rumble, taking maybe a little bit of the shine away from the fact that AJ Lee has returned to WWE and has entered the Royal Rumble, and Charlotte Flair has been eliminated. She tried to get rid of Trish Stratus, but Trish Stratus wasn't having any of it. And Charlotte Flair with a little bit of a disappointing run in this Rumble, all because Trish took her out of this Rumble, just took her away from everyone else, focused her on Charlotte Flair and eliminated her and booted her out of the Rumble. Mickie James is now entering the Royal Rumble. We've had Mickie James win one of our Rumbles. Could she do it again? She's got a brilliant number. Number 29. That is such a good number to enter a Royal Rumble at. Could she possibly make it a second win in the Royal Rumble, which would be amazing and make her the greatest women's champion in history? Who is the final woman in this match? The final women's champion. The last one left. The last one of the greatest women's champions in history. It's Mandy Rose. The current NXT women's champion. The arrogant Mandy Rose enters at number 30. She's got to be happy with that number pick there. And one of these women will be classed as the greatest women's champion in WWE history. Lita's in trouble, and I think Lita's about to be eliminated by Nikki Bella, and she is. Lita is gone from this Royal Rumble. She will not be classed as the greatest women's champion in history, but that does not take away from the accolades she has gathered over her career. And funnily enough, you've got the two active wrestlers in Naomi and Mandy Rose going at it here. And Mandy Rose has been eliminated. Number 30 is gone. Naomi with an amazing elimination there. And eliminating Mandy Rose. What a poor showing. We've had no one... I mean, we've only had one person do well from number 30. Everyone else has just been disappointing. This has been nothing short of an amazing Royal Rumble. As Naomi, she's gone and eliminated Mickie James, the only woman in this match that had won a Royal Rumble. She's just gone and eliminated. This is Naomi's time. Surely, this is Naomi's time to absolutely shine on the biggest stage of them all. Here it is, the final four. You've got two on the ground there as AJ Lee and Trish Stratus are taking it to one another. with Naomi and Nikki Bella trying to just regain a bit of energy. Naomi especially, she's been in there for absolutely ages. She must be knackered at this point. As AJ Lee is in trouble, Nikki has her on the ropes, and it looks like Nikki Bella is going to eliminate AJ Lee, and she does. We are down to 3. Trish Stratus, Nikki Bella, Naomi. One of these 3 women will be the greatest women's champion in WWE history. All the 2 veterans are going at it now. Trish Stratus is in trouble. Nikki Bella has Trish in trouble, but not quite. Trish manages to get out of it, but Trish is in trouble again. And Trish is going over the top rope. Nikki Bella with the elimination there. And Trish Stratus won't be classed as the best women's champion in history, which many of you will argue is a deserved title for her. And we are down to the final 2. The heel in Nikki Bella and the biggest babyface right now in Naomi. Nikki Bella, hated by so many fans. Can she get the win, or will it be Naomi's time? Is it actually going to be Naomi's time? She's in a lot of trouble here. A lot of trouble with the armbar. And she's tapping in the middle of the ring, but the tapping doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter if you tap out. It's a Royal Rumble. Maybe it was a tactical decision. As Naomi's they're just going back and forth now. It looks like Nikki Bella's going to put her on the ropes. Is this all she wrote? Nikki Bella. Oh, I thought it was an elimination. I thought Naomi eliminated Nikki Bella, but not quite. And Naomi's going to try and eliminate Nikki Bella here. She puts her on the ropes. Can she do it? Naomi does it. Naomi wins. And Naomi is the greatest women's champion in WWE history. Finally getting the credit that Naomi deserves by eliminating Nikki Bella right at the death of it. That was an incredible Royal Rumble full of the best women's wrestlers to ever grace the ring. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button and put any suggestions for future Royal Rumbles in the comments down below. And if you're new here, please do subscribe for more stuff like this, and we shall see all of you in the next video. See ya! She's amazing. She's amazing.